Here at the Hazel Park Historical Museum, we preserve artifacts and photographs and documents from the past of the people and places of Hazel Park. So we have many things in our collection, ranging from quilts, uniforms from the band, uniforms from the police department, fireman uniforms, documents, maps, registrations to properties, streets, roads, businesses. We attempt to show through photographs and through documents that there is a long-standing history and a tight-knit community here in the city of Hazel Park. So as we tour through our museum, you'll be able to see the efforts that we've put in to ensure that we look not only to the past, but to the present and into the future of Hazel Park by keeping these things and these items available to the public to see. Folk art all over the country, and then oftentimes communities would come together to mark historic moments with a quilt. So in 1987, the city of Hazel Park came together, and everybody contributed a different patch to the quilt, and then it came together, and I do believe it was on display at the library for a short period of time, and then it came into possession of us. But we have a couple of varsity jackets and a varsity sweater from 1974 and the 80s. We have a helmet from the Civilian Defense Department, which was an organization that was committed to ensuring defense amid the Cold War. So the phone booth came from Braze. That was one of the last phone booths in our area. We have a 1970s era Hazel Park fireman's jacket that was donated to us by our current chief. This is one of the remaining Hazel Park Vikings marching band coat jackets. This is, I believe, from the 80s era. We have an original drawing, blueprint of the museum. Most of these pictures are from before we were a city. So these are various pictures and documents and newspaper articles about the first developer, the first businesses that moved into the city while we were still Royal Oak Township. So the back wall here, we start representing the formation of our city. So on the top left photo, we have a photograph of the Charter Commission that wrote the original charter for Hazel Park. We have a check document from one of the founding payments to one of the first checks of payment to the general fund on March 4th in 1942. So the Historical Museum came to be in 2017. So the building that we are in was originally the library for the city of Hazel Park, built by the citizens of the city of Hazel Park through a fundraiser drive. Many of the citizens actually helped build the building itself, and then after its time as a library, the city temporarily used it as a storage facility and different things, and then the schools asked to use it, and it was a daycare and an alternative education center for a number of years. When the schools had run through with its use and didn't have a purpose for it anymore, the city had requested to take it back, and then a group of citizens from the Historical Commission asked to use it as a historical museum. So the original group in 2017 came in, painted, cleaned up the building as much as they could, and then they started moving in the items from the basement at the library that were collected over the years by the Historical Commission for display. The Hazel Park Historical Museum contains information to answer all of your questions about, say, your house or the street that your house is on, or perhaps you have questions about a business or where a business went or what a business used to be that you go to often. Maybe you're curious about the schools. Maybe you have questions about past superintendents or how the schools came to be or how even the city came to be. And the answers to all of those questions are here in the museum.